Something is stirring beneath the surface, subtle, silent, but relentless. It's not an announcement in the sky. It's not a siren blaring through the streets. It's a pressure rising inside you, a vibration just beneath the noise of ordinary life, and it's getting louder. While most continue their routines, oblivious to the invisible currents shifting the world beneath their feet, something ancient, something inevitable is moving. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. A threshold is forming, one that does not wait for permission, one that does not care for your readiness. It doesn't come with fireworks. It doesn't knock politely. It splits the fabric of the known world, quietly, precisely, and those attuned enough can already feel the tremors. Maybe you've noticed a strange tiredness despite sleeping deeply, waves of emotion without clear cause, memories resurfacing out of nowhere, a gnawing sense that your life as you know it is reaching a tipping point. These are not coincidences. They are symptoms of the shift. The unseen is aligning. The visible is about to rearrange. And the choice you make in the coming days, whether conscious or unconscious, will ripple into timelines you cannot yet see. Most will miss it. They will look back weeks, months, even years later and wonder, when did everything start to change? But you are here now. You are listening. You have already crossed into awareness. The only question left is, will you move with the shift or be moved by it? Not all alignments are meant to be seen. Some slip through reality like whispers, subtle, surgical, and unstoppable. Right now, the skies are weaving an intricate pattern, one not easily detected by instruments or charts, but deeply felt by those who move with the pulse of existence. It's a convergence, a rare folding of energetic streams that alters not just the external world, but the internal architecture of human consciousness. And whether you recognize it or not, it is already affecting you. Above you, ancient forces are stirring, a quickening in the pulse of time, a thinning of the barriers between thought and manifestation, a reactivation of dormant codes within your DNA, a rising insistence from your soul that the life you have settled for is no longer enough. This is no ordinary astrological cycle, no random wave of cosmic static. This is a summoning, a call not issued by a planet or a star, but by the living intelligence woven into the universe itself. It's asking, are you ready to step out of the outdated frequencies that have kept you small, safe, predictable? Or will you cling to the familiar, even as it crumbles in your hands? Because here's what many will miss. This energy isn't here to gently suggest change. It's here to dismantle what is false, to illuminate what is misaligned, to collapse the structures within you that were never built to last. And if you resist it, if you fight to hold on to what was, you will feel it as increasing restlessness, intensified emotional turbulence, sudden ruptures in relationships, routines, and roles. A deep existential ache that nothing external can soothe, not because you're being punished, but because you're being awakened. And awakenings are rarely gentle. They tear through illusions. They shatter false timelines. They strip away the comforts that kept you numb. Because comfort is not the goal here. Liberation is. You were not sent here to cling to a version of yourself that was designed for survival. You were sent here to remember the version of yourself that was forged for expansion. The energies weaving around you now, they recognize this truth, even if your mind still resists it. They are not asking for your agreement. They are not waiting for your readiness. They are simply offering a door that will not stay open forever, a door that does not care for convenience, a door that leads directly to the life your soul has been aching for. The question is not whether the door exists, it's whether you will be awake enough to see it and brave enough to walk through it. There's a voice inside you that you've been ignoring, not because you're weak, not because you're lost, but because listening to it would change everything. And change, even sacred change, feels like death to the parts of you still attached to survival. But survival isn't the goal anymore. Alignment is. So ask yourself, where in your life are you still pretending? Where are you forcing smiles, biting your tongue, playing roles that exhaust your spirit? Where have you mistaken comfort for peace, obligation for loyalty, exhaustion for progress? Look closer, not at the surface, at the fractures beneath, the conversations you dread having, the responsibilities you shoulder that were never yours to carry, the dreams you chase that no longer set your soul on fire. They're symptoms of a deeper truth you've been trying to outrun. but there's nowhere left to run because the energy pressing against you now. This surge of unseen momentum, it isn't asking for tweaks and improvements. It's asking for rebirth. And rebirth always demands a death first. The death of the masks you crafted to survive environments that were never safe. The death of the narratives that kept you loyal to broken versions of love. The death of the small, polished version of you who learned to be acceptable rather than authentic. This death is not a punishment. It's a passage. And you're standing at its threshold. The ache you feel isn't failure. It's expansion trying to happen. But expansion requires space, and space requires letting go. Letting go of the relationships that no longer resonate. Letting go of the dreams that were stitched together from expectations, not true desire. Letting go of the old promises you made to your wounded self. The ones that sound like, I'll never ask for too much again. I'll be easy to love. I'll stay small so I won't be abandoned. You're not meant to keep those promises. You're meant to break them, ruthlessly, lovingly. Because you're not that version of you anymore. And you never really were. You're the one who stayed alive when parts of you wanted to disappear. You're the one who carried your light even when it flickered so low you could barely see it. You're the one who's still here, still breathing, still choosing. Even when it would have been easier to go numb. You are not here to fit into old skins. You are not here to rehearse old stories. You are here to burn through the illusions. And that requires honesty. Radical, gut-wrenching honesty. Ask yourself, what am I still carrying because I'm afraid to face the void it would leave behind? Where am I settling because I believe it's safer than risking disappointment? What version of myself am I clinging to, even though I know it's already dead? These questions are doorways, uncomfortable, confronting, necessary. Because without confronting the false, you cannot claim the real. And what's real, what's waiting for you beyond the masks and the performance, is breathtaking. It's not just a new career, a new relationship, a new routine. It's a new frequency, a new way of inhabiting your life, a new relationship with your own existence. But first, you must be willing to grieve the old, even if it never truly served you, even if it was never truly yours. Grief is not weakness. It's preparation. It clears the soil. It softens the heart. It makes space for the seeds of something truer to take root. You are not losing yourself. You are losing what was built on fear. You are losing what was constructed out of other people's projections, out of society's distortions, out of survival's necessity. And what remains, what survives this sacred burning, is you. The real you. The free you. The luminous, untamed, fully alive you. The question is, will you meet yourself on the other side? Or will you cling to the ashes, mistaking familiarity for safety one more time? The door is open. The fire is burning. The soul you've been waiting to become is already reaching for you. All you have to do is let go. There comes a moment when pretending is no longer an option. When stalling becomes betrayal. When waiting becomes a silent no to your own evolution. You're standing at that moment now. You can feel it in the restlessness vibrating under your skin. You can sense it in the conversations that no longer land. You can hear it in the subtle disappointment that follows every excuse you tell yourself. This isn't just discomfort. It's a summoning. A call to step out of the old frequencies, out of the scaffolding of your smallness, out of the illusion that there's still time to waste. There isn't. The energy moving through your life now does not wait. It doesn't slow down for your fear. It doesn't negotiate with your doubts. It's moving, and it's offering you a choice. Stay behind and fracture. Move forward and transform. There is no neutral ground anymore, because neutrality now equals decay. It equals misalignment. It equals the slow suffocation of the self you were born to become. And deep down, you already know this. You felt the inner tearing, the widening gap between who you were told to be and who you're called to be. The friction isn't random. It's sacred. It's the part of you that refuses to die quietly. But hear this clearly. Awareness alone isn't enough anymore. You can't think your way through this threshold. You can't visualize your way into transformation. You can't journal your way into liberation. You have to move. You have to speak the truth you've swallowed for too long. You have to make the decision you've been postponing. You have to take the leap that terrifies you and excites you at the same time. Not when it's convenient. Not when you feel ready. Now. Because if you don't honor the pull now, the cost will be greater than discomfort. It will be regret. The quiet kind that haunts empty successes. The heavy kind that chokes out even the brightest dreams. The kind of regret that whispers, I had a window and I didn't take it. But you can choose differently. You can choose to trust the unknown, to surrender your fear of losing the old life for the possibility of a new one, to believe, not because it's certain, but because your soul has never stopped insisting that you were made for more. You don't need to know the whole path. You just need to say yes to the first step. Say yes to setting the boundary that terrifies you. Walking away from the version of yourself built on approval. Speaking aloud the dream you've buried because it felt too big, too risky, too impossible. Say yes to being misunderstood. Say yes to being messy. Say yes to shedding skins you've long outgrown. Because what's waiting for you? It's not mediocrity. It's not mere improvement. It's liberation. The kind that doesn't just change your external life, the kind that rewires your very energy field, that returns you to the original blueprint of who you came here to be. But only if you choose. No one's coming to push you through the door. No one's coming to convince you it's worth it. This is your moment. This is your portal. This is your chance to either remain a hostage of old timelines or become the architect of new ones. The choice is simple. The courage is not. But you're ready. You always have been. You just forgot for a little while. You forgot your own magnitude. It's time to remember and to move. Because transformation doesn't happen by thinking about it. It happens by becoming it. Massive shifts don't require massive actions. They require consistent, sacred choices. One breath, one word, one decision at a time. Because reality isn't changed by sudden explosions. It's reshaped through the steady hum of intentional alignment. Here's how you can step into the energy already moving through your life. 1. Start your morning with silence, not screens. Before the world can pull you outward, choose to go inward. Every morning, even for 5 minutes, sit up in bed. Close your eyes. Place your hand on your heart. Whisper inwardly, what does my soul need today? Don't rush for answers. Let the silence reveal them. This simple practice anchors you into the frequency of presence before distractions scatter your energy. 2. Clear old frequencies through movement. You are not just shifting mentally, you are shifting energetically. Let your body help. Stretch slowly, intuitively, not for fitness, but for freedom. Shake your arms, your legs, your entire body for 60 seconds. Let old static fall away. Walk barefoot on earth if you can, even if it's just your backyard or a small patch of soil. Movement isn't a workout right now. It's a clearing ritual. 3. Speak in alignment, word ritual. Your words shape your field. This week, be ruthless with your language. Replace, I'm trying, I'm choosing, I don't know. The answer is unfolding, I'm afraid, I'm becoming aware. Catch yourself. Shift consciously. Every sentence is a spell you cast into your reality. Speak as if the life you desire is already resonating around you, because it is. 4. Create a portal before sleep night is not just for rest, it's for recalibration. Each night, write down what you're releasing, fear, doubt, judgment. Write down what you're welcoming, clarity, courage, trust. Before closing your eyes, whisper inwardly, I let go of what no longer serves me. I welcome what is already mine. Sleep becomes not an escape, but a portal of transformation. 5. Protect your energy like it's sacred, because it is. Be mindful of what you consume. Limit scrolling. Step away from people or spaces that drain you. Choose what nourishes your field, not what numbs it. Ask yourself throughout the day, is this feeding my future or draining it? Your attention is your most precious currency. Spend it on frequencies that expand you. 6. Anchor the shift with one bold daily action. Every day, choose one small, brave action. Say the truth you've been avoiding. Set a boundary you've delayed. Decline what no longer resonates. Take one step toward the life you dream of. Doesn't matter how small. Tiny aligned actions compound. They create waves that bend your reality. 7. Tune into your higher timeline. Visualize once a day. See yourself 6 months from now. See the version of you who said yes to the shift. Feel the freedom, the strength, the clarity radiating from them. Ask, what did they have to release to get there? Let that version of you guide today's choices. The future you seek is already alive. It's simply waiting for your arrival. You don't have to do it all perfectly. You just have to show up with a willing heart, a soft mind, and an open soul. Every breath, every intention, every small shift in your behavior becomes a seed planted in the fertile soil of this new energy. And very soon, what seems invisible now will bloom into the life you always knew was possible. It begins with one decision. I am moving forward, even if it's messy, even if it's uncertain, even if it terrifies me. Because the path ahead isn't paved with guarantees. It's paved with alignment, and alignment always recognizes its own. If your heart is beating a little faster right now, if your chest feels a little lighter, if something in you is standing taller, even if you don't know why, then know this: you're not imagining it. You're responding to the frequency you've been waiting for all along. The silent call that pulled you through every dark night, every closed door, every moment when you thought you were alone. You were never alone. You were being prepared. Prepared for this convergence. Prepared for this crossing. Prepared for this now. Because what's unfolding isn't just personal, it's collective. You are not the only one feeling the ground shift. You are not the only one hearing the deeper music beneath the noise. You are not the only one standing at the edge of something you can't explain but can no longer deny. There are others, scattered across cities, mountains, oceans, dreaming under different stars, breathing the same current into being. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you are linking arms with them. A network of souls awakening not because someone told them to, but because something ancient inside them refused to stay asleep. You are part of a wave, a pulse, a rising. And the choices you make now to step forward, to let go, to trust yourself, they ripple far beyond your own life. They ignite pathways for others. You're not just changing your story, you're changing the field. You're seeding a future where alignment is louder than fear, where truth is stronger than comfort, where souls remember what it means to be fully alive. And if that feels overwhelming, breathe. You're not being asked to carry the world. You're being asked to carry your light, one honest breath at a time, one conscious choice at a time, one sacred refusal to abandon yourself at a time. The rest takes care of itself. So as you move forward from this moment, move not with force, but with faith, not with urgency, but with devotion, not chasing the shift, but becoming the shift. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to feel ready. You just have to trust that something inside you already knows the way, because it does. It always has. If you're feeling this shift, if your spirit is standing taller, if you know something irreversible has already begun within you, drop a comment below and write, "I'm answering the call," or simply, "I'm here." Let it be your anchor. Let it be your claim. Let it echo across the unseen networks connecting all of us waking up now. Because no matter how isolated you feel, no matter how strange this path may seem, you are not walking it alone. We are rising together, one breath, one decision, one soul at a time. This is just the beginning. And you are right on time.